UNBC was established 25 years ago as a research university. Our faculty are the heartbeat of this institution. Without them, we wouldn't be here. They have carried their weight in terms of cultivating the culture of innovation and research, engaging our students. What they have done in the last 25 years as a small, young research university is world class.
Well, there's tremendous energy. I mean, the faculty were pioneers. I mean, they'd come to a new university, the first wholly new university in Canada for a quarter of a century. So they were intent on building a great university, a distinctive university. I mean, the energy, the commitment, the dedication was absolutely outstanding.
Well, UNBC was founded really with the powerful vision and the will of the people of northern BC. They saw the world was changing, they saw their communities, their economies, even their environments were changing. And they really wanted a post-secondary research institution that could help lever them into the next millennium.
I joined UNBC in May of 1992. I was one of the first faculty members to join the university as founding chair of First Nations Studies. It was very exciting, partly because there were so few people trying to do so many things.
So I came here in 1993, so I was one of the first 32 faculty members hired at UNBC. And when I came here, the university, the buildings that you see around you here, none of that existed. We came up onto the hill as part of the interview process and were shown just this hole in the ground and said, this is where the university will be.
I was really fortunate. I came here in 1994, the summer that the UNBC campus in Prince George opened, and it was an exciting time. It was a fun time. Things were being created. The realm of possibilities were just enormous.
It was quite overwhelming, but at the same time it was such a dynamic enterprise that I still vibrate thinking about the early years at UNBC.
We also got a really terrific sense of how closely connected the university was with the communities. They had in many ways given birth to the university. This was their university, and there wasn't a separation between the academic world and the community.
I remember arriving and literally getting off the plane and my new dean meeting me and say, we need the economics curriculum by Monday morning. And this was the type of world in which we were living in.
And so there was no time to sleep. Sleep is overrated anyway, and it was in the early years. There was so much to do.
The university had no reputation, so we had to build on our natural assets, the fact that we were new, the fact that we were northern, the fact that we had a huge area that we were responsible for in terms of education and research.
There was a strong research culture here right from the beginning, but if you're building a small research-intensive university and you want to gain recognition for excellence, you've got to be disciplined, you've got to make choices.
The way we framed the questions for going forward was all about what can we do better than anyone else given where we are and what we're working with.
So I identified 3 areas where we were going to be among the very best. Small or large universities, we were going to excel. The one was natural resource management and the environment, the other one was community development, and the third one was rural and remote health.
The way I see it, my role is to provide a positive, rewarding, and collaborative environment for our researchers.
We're a small research community, but it's very open and interactive. So we talk to each other, and this allows us to foster collaborations because we're just down the hall from one another, and that we just, we would interact with people outside of our discipline.
This has provided us with a lot of interdisciplinary opportunities to discuss, to work together, and to apply for research funding together. And I think it's a really strong feature of the university that the communities also respond to, because you have multiple researchers in multiple disciplines that can put a team together and address a certain issue.
And that's important as a vision because many of today's problems are very complex and cannot be analysed fully from within one discipline.
And I think that's what makes UNBC so special. We have people who have research strength in each of those research themes, yet we're really able to integrate across those research themes. That's our real asset, and that's our ability to be a competitive research institution in the 21st century.
We wanted to ensure that we had the facilities to allow people to develop their research careers, and we also had to have a real focus on the research mandate of the university.
The Office of Research always has an open door policy to researchers to come in and discuss what they need, and I found in the past they've always been very responsive to the needs and always tried to facilitate the progression of research for various projects. It's a good, strong research environment.
The university has a very strong mandate to serve the North. So there's a sort of a culture of supporting Northern research here. I've found a great deal of support from the institution for the research that I want to do.
One of the things that I think we've really seen is the increase in resources that we have for research. When the university was quite new, we got a number of research forests that we partner with either First Nations or other institutions to manage. Another thing that came online was the Quesnel River Research Center that the university now manages. We have the Enhanced Forestry Lab, we have new lab buildings, so the infrastructure has really increased that gives us opportunities to go to these areas to do research.
I think what I'm most proud of is that I've been able to build a research agenda here that focuses on issues that are important to the university and to the region it serves. The UNBC has helped me to build that research agenda and also to bring in grant money and research money to the university.
The influence of having this money is felt throughout the university. We have infrastructure money that comes to the university because of the grant. That infrastructure money allows, for example, the hiring of research assistants or providing scholarships to some students. It provides the opportunity to bring in CRCs, and so we have a greater infrastructure and a greater capacity to do research within the university.
So research in the early days at UNBC was by and large consistent with what the founders had imagined, applied research dealing with the issues of diverse and resource-dependent communities here in northern British Columbia. But what we quickly found out was that our researchers were beginning to attract national, international, provincial grants.
You know, eventually got recognition for the quality of the research done here, and particularly for research that focused on the kinds of issues that are germane to northern and rural parts of Canada and the world.
The research that we could do here at UNBC could have international implications, could be really important research. It wasn't just about northern British Columbia.
To put that into a context, it means that we have started in northern British Columbia. We have developed a national and international reputation, and the impact of our findings have come into the understanding of rural nursing practice in Canada and beyond.
We've made quite a name for First Nation studies at UNBC. The visibility of research like mine and other people who've done First Nations research for UNBC has made us a presence in these communities, and we're able to recruit students and to make partnerships with First Nations.
And the faculty here have done incredible work in many different areas of research.
Which meant that our capacity for research began to expand. We then began to ask new and bigger questions that were important for an international audience.
The researchers at UNBC have always been part of the leading edge of research in the country, and we've had a continual upgrade of our genetics facility. We're always trying to get the leading edge equipment, the leading edge techniques to answer the questions so that we're part of the intellectual environment of the country, of the world.
So when I think about my time at UNBC as a researcher, I think I feel best about how we've been able to mobilize a community-based approach. The people in communities of northern BC wanted this university, they demanded that it come out and do research with them, and I think we've been able to meet that desire.
We were running to keep up to our faculty because we had bright and ambitious faculty members, and we were committed to doing whatever we could do to enhance their careers. But if they had not been here, we wouldn't have been able to achieve anything close to what we ultimately achieved.
I think the founders all generally agree that we've absolutely obliterated those expectations. Research at UNBC has gone far beyond anything that we had imagined. And for that, for me, those are the kinds of milestones that I'm particularly proud of, that we have done much more than was expected, and that we've made this place a center of very important research.
Northern BC is a wonderful place to work. There's a lot of community support, citizen support for what this university does, so it's a very embracing culture, and the university is appreciated for the work it does. And we worked very hard to make sure that the university was linked to the north and linked to communities in the north.
But as I think forward, not only have we done a great deal, but there's a great deal yet to be done. The world and our economies and communities are changing dynamically. There are many issues yet to pursue. It is an incredible honor and a privilege to work at UNBC, to address those issues and meet the needs of the community that motivated for this very university. And I find it just an awesome privilege to be here and to work on their behalf.
Our vision has been and will be is to be relevant to our community, our people, and our country, and to be relevant internationally. In terms of our students, our vision is to produce problem solvers and to be recognized as an institution which is a problem-solving institution. And it provides our students through research and critical thinking skill set which is durable. They can take it anywhere in their life and be successful.
One of the exciting aspects of being at UNBC is the fact that research is really just a major foundation of the university. It's never been anything but that since I've been here. It's always one of the driving forces. That means that the range is essentially unlimited. There's always an emphasis to see what's coming next, to look for new possibilities. And that brings an excitement to working here. It brings an excitement to the students because it means that the professors that they're working with and they're learning from are actively involved in taking their fields forward and moving them ahead.
Where I hope it goes in the future is that we not only continue to ask those big questions and have those big inquiries, but that we continue to pay particular attention to the realities and the challenges of life in northern British Columbia.
We must ask a question always when we are doing any research. Why research matters.
I see the future being extremely bright because of the focus of the university and the mandate of the university to really drive forward in research.
Our goal is to become better and stronger every day. So moving forward, what we do well, we want to do better than what we have done in the past. The other area which we really want to cultivate is the culture of innovation and curiosity among our learners and our community. Inquiry-based learning is going to be the future of any institution of higher education, including UNBC.